Brendan, so good to see you. How are you?
I'm good, thanks, Ryan.
Now, tell us about these elections, why they are so critical and what's been happening there. What are the surprises?
The election results so far are very positive, I think. We're witnessing a working class revolt against the Labour Party. Now, that's been going on for quite a few years in this country. In 2019, of course, millions of working class voters switched from the Labour Party to Boris Johnson's Conservative Party. And now we've seen the same thing happening in the local elections up and down the country. Local councils are falling from Labour to the Tories. Hartlepool, the by-election in Hartlepool was won by the Tories. That's the first time the Tories have won in Hartlepool since it was founded in 1974. So this is a big earthquake in British politics. And they won by 7,000 votes. So what we're seeing is millions of working class people over the past few years have revolted against the Labour Party that they clearly think no longer represents them, which stabbed them in the back over Brexit by trying to stop Brexit from happening, and a party which has been taken over by middle-class graduates more obsessed with identity politics than with what working-class people need. So I'm really delighted to see working people standing up to the Labour Party.
Well, Brendan, you have been talking about this and writing about this on Spiked Online, which I urge viewers to subscribe to for a long time. And you're, proud of your left-wing background and your Labour roots, your working-class roots. So you're delighted to see this. Have a look at this awkward moment put to a minister, actually, a Labour frontbencher, Jim McMahon, speaking to Sky News. Just have a look at this.
In terms of kind of where Labour is and what is our offer, what do we stand for, who are we and who are we in politics to represent? We are not reinventing the wheel. We are the party of working people, and we are.
Can I stop you there? You appear as though you're not the party of working people, because you appear to be the party of middle-class graduates in the London suburbs and the metropolitan areas, and in towns like Hartlepool and other constituencies in the northeast of England, which one might describe loosely as working-class communities. You've lost seats in the general election, and you appear to have lost here.
So, Brendan, how does this working class revolution translate into lockdowns, COVID? Is there a push against? I know there was a big march, for instance, in London, barely reported anywhere, certainly not in Britain, a peaceful big march against lockdowns. So how does this working class movement, where do they sit on the lockdowns, and what is happening in Britain with the lockdowns now that your vaccine rollout appears to be working?
Well, that's a good question. My feeling is that working class voters have got lots of other things on their minds ahead of the lockdown. There's still the Brexit impact. They still can't believe that the Labour Party tried to stop the largest vote in British history from being enacted. So they're still dealing with that problem. That's what's happening with working class voters, I think. And they're not really concerned about whether the Tories were too quick to enforce a lockdown, whether the lockdown has gone on too long. I'm sure those questions will come to the fore once we come out of the pandemic. But in relation to the lockdown, in my view, my personal view, is it's going on too long. We have now vaccinated around 35 million people in this country, an extraordinary success. We've had a couple of days recently where there's only been one recorded death from COVID-19. We're no longer officially in a pandemic, and yet it is still illegal to spend the night at someone else's house. It's still illegal to leave the country. It's still illegal to sit inside a pub and have a pint, and it will be for another few weeks. So I think we've got to start being honest about the fact that we have got over the worst of COVID, very easily over the worst of COVID, and we've got to start getting our fundamental freedoms back.